Namibia is home to three marginalized communities, the San, Ovatwe and Ovashimba. Sometimes, various locals take them in with the intention of fostering them, but in reality, that's not always the case.
These are human like any other human beings. If you take in a child from the mother to say you are going to look after the child, please ensure that the children are well looked after, they are well fed, they have attended school. And you find states where the kids are taken in to be fostered, apparently to be fostered, but these people are taking in these kids so that they can also benefit from the special feeding scheme. Now, how do we feed an entire household from another community just in the name of one child?
Namwandi says there are examples of children from marginalized communities who eventually end up on the street.
I can give a classic example of people that are currently living at Axterland in Windhoek, Ochomwise, outside Ochomwise. These are mostly children who were raised by other communities. And once the main parent or maybe the grandmother or father who have taken in this child have passed on, the living relatives in most cases chase away these kids and they have nowhere to go. And in most cases they are taken away from the parents when they are still small and they cannot even remember where the parents are. So we find our people in the streets.
Namwandi is convinced that despite the ordeals many marginalized people go through, there are still positive stories that can be used as motivation.
We had a child who was taken away from the parents as a nanny to look after other people's kids at the age of 12. Eventually that child decided to go to school, dropped out of school due to pregnancy, went back to school again, and eventually she managed to pass her grade 12 with 34 points. It takes courage, it takes self-motivation for that person to do that. And not every member of the marginalized communities or not every child have got that self-motivating character to get out of those situations.
The deputy director says despite the many programs offered by government, the only way to end marginalization is to ensure that the children from those communities stay in school.
If we can have as many children that are educated, that can enter the job market, that can qualify to go to the Namibia Defense Force or the police force or the correctional services, or that can be lawyers and it can also enter other fields, we will really be grateful, and it's the only way that we can end marginalization. It's through education.